Hey, I'm RJ. Welcome to Bible But Not Boring. Today is part 6 and attempted finale on the King Solomon series. I got both of my parents here today. This is going to be fun. Hello! Hi, I'm RJ. Welcome to the Bible But Not Boring podcast. This is an attempted finale. I don't know if we'll get through all of this. It's a lot. But although today I have both of them. We have
both of who?
My parents. So, Dad, you've been on the podcast. This is your third time. So tell us a little bit about your TikTok. Like we did it with Mom, just like what you're doing, everything. Just tell us.
Yeah, we do.
Husband.
I do stuff on there. It's mostly TikTok shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of supplements,
Lots of supplements.
gadgets.
A big supplement guy.
What's your favorite supplement that you've received on TikTok and advertised?
I really like. Well, I'm drinking it right now.
Oh, the electrolytes.
I like the electrolytes,
Mm.
and obviously
Sports
that,
research.
that magnesium glycinate has been.
Please buy Sports Research from my dad's shop.
It's been a godsend, honestly, because that magnesium has helped me sleep.
We make up, from the electrolytes, we make up, a huge gallon jug and stick it in the fridge for the kids.
That's gotta be 2 gallons. That
It's
thing's
probably,
huge.
yeah, we fill it full of ice, the
5-gallon
kids
jug or something.
just drink it, it's great.
Well,
and it's no sugar, so it's all, sweetened by stevia, so it's pretty high quality.
I can't believe I did this, but I re-listened to the Tom Brad, to all the huge teachings, probably 4 hours that I had to re-listen to because I lost my notes. But I've got them all today.
But with Tommy, it's no time at all.
With Tommy, it's no time at all. Tom Bradford,
I can't believe that app works on Android Auto. You can pull up the Torah class app on Android Auto in the car, and you can hit Genesis and hit play, and it'll play different things.
Yeah. That's pretty nice, yeah. I was gotta say, Tom Bradford, shout out to Tom Bradford. He's really helped this podcast a lot. We haven't met.
It's where you do most of your studying.
Yeah, he's super scholarly. I always want to put Nehemiah and Tom Bradford together. That would be insane.
That would be an interesting discussion.
Nehemiah Gordon?
Yeah, and then, what's the other guy's name? Hirschberg would be fun.
Gray Hirschberg.
I feel like that's a different, he's
well,
very,
that's what
topical.
I'm saying. I think it'd be fun to have them, in a roundabout.
Yeah, because,
circle.
I feel like Nehemiah Gordon and Tom Bradford have in common that their research is very scholarly and very deep. Nehemiah Gordon I don't know Tom Bradford's entire history, but Nehemiah Gordon, he goes and he travels.
Oh, yeah.
He goes to Israel and goes to
if you want to know more about Tom Bradford, I'm pretty sure it's episode 47 of the Life podcast. Great podcast, check that out.
Was he on that?
Yeah, he's on that. That's actually how I found out about the Life podcast.
Oh,
because I looked up Tom Bradford and it was
I should listen to that one.
It was actually pretty fun.
Nice.
He was the first person that he was discovered Torah in the 90s.
Yeah, he's been in it for a minute.
Yeah, he has.
there was a big wave in the 80s.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's
Any Hoosers.
Wait, one more thing. What Tom Bradford does, and now he's topical with his stuff, but he's actually just taking a bunch of videos that he did things he said, when he was reading Bible chapters, and then he takes clips from that, puts it on his video. What seems like stop copying yourself, Tom, but it would be weird to just say the same thing over and over again, kind of like the calm parenting guy.
Yeah, he's a clipper.
Okay. Anyways, so some things we missed in last chapter. We got.
Is that the one I did with you?
Yeah. I just got to say a few things.
Interested in your notes on this.
Yeah. So First Kings misses in 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 1. Let me pull that up. I would cut this out, but it's satisfying to hear somebody's flip through the Bible.
I legit thought you were gonna do it page by page.
Okay, let me. Okay.
Well, I don't have all the tabs on that Bible.
For 2 Chronicles is page 13. If I flipped it page by page, that would be take forever.
It's like, why is this episode 6 hours long?
It's a Bible asthma video.
Actually, we should do Bible asthma because I mean it's so satisfying. It really is. It's a soul nurturing.
I like
Soul-nurturing
I like
asthma.
the smell of a Bible. You
I
know?
can see what you're saying. Okay, so
Should we
chapter
hit
7.
record?
Stop, Dad. Don't give me that torture.
So,
okay, 7 verse 1.
basically,
Fire came out from the presence of the Lord and consumed the burnt offering and fat portions on the altar. And when all the people saw it, they shouted for joy and fell face down. And I think we would too.
yeah, and I think that's what, like, we discussed this in the last chapter. It's like, you can see Solomon is trying
Yeah.
to fulfill the role of, like, the Levitical priest, but he's just falling short.
He's really doing a lot of David stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
I just feel like, you know, it kind of shows David's negligence in not teaching his son Torah, like, and not making that a culture of his household, because,
Yeah.
you know, and even if he had, like, Solomon would have, because in Torah it asks that for one of the standards of a king is that they write out the entirety of Torah. And so clearly he hasn't done that, or he'd be studied in the ways of the temple and the
Israel-
priesthood, and
Well, it says that in there somewhere to write out the entire Torah to be a king.
yeah, it does.
Is that in? Do you know where that is?
I don't know.
Well, a long
Leviticus,
time ago.
Exodus, Deuteronomy.
Well, a long time ago,
Not Exodus.
Israel. A long time ago.
Leviticus or
Somewhere
Deuteronomy.
between Genesis and Revelation.
Somewhere between there.
Yeah, a long time ago, Israel asked for a king around like 60 years ago from this point.
Like begged
But-
for a king.
Yeah, they begged for a king. And, I mean, did start a little bit of a golden age, but it was very brief.
But, like, Yah also warned, like, this is not how he designed his covenant. Like, he did not want them to have a king over them. He wanted to be that ruling figure.
I want to be the authority figure. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I will be your
Okay, well, with that.
But, like, also, I'm going to add one more thing.
Okay.
This is, like, this is really, an example of people in general, right? Because, like, even the most well-intended people, like, we're bound to fail, even with our best of intentions.
So the point I was trying to make there when we went to Chronicles, I'm sorry, a little bit of switching topics, but what the point I was trying to make, if I didn't say it already, Chronicles 7 verse 1, Leviticus 9:22 through 24. It's a cycle that, like, proves the temple, that's how the temple's holified. Sanctified, holified?
With
Sure.
fire.
Yeah, I mean, fire consumes, because that's from God. That's God.
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah. Okay, so anything before we jump into the next chapter?
No, let's go, man. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Chapter 9. After Shlomo had finished building the house of Adonai, the royal palace, and everything else he wanted to build for himself, Adonai appeared to Shlomo a second time, as he had appeared to him in Givon. Adonai said to him, I have heard your prayer and your plea that you made before me. I am consecrating this house which you built, and placing my name there forever. My eyes and heart will always be there. As for you, if you will live in my presence, as did David your father, in pureness of heart and uprightness, doing everything I have ordered you to do, and observing my laws and rulings, and I will establish the throne of your rulership over Israel forever, just as I promised. Just as I promised David your father when I said, you will never lack a man on the throne of Israel. But if you turn away from following me, you or your children, and do not observe my mitzvah and regulations which I have set before you, and go and serve other gods, worshipping them, that I will cut off Israel from the land I have given them. This house, which I have consecrated for my name, I will eject from my sight, and Israel will become an example to avoid and an object of scorn among all peoples. This house, now so exalted, everyone passing by will gasp in shock at the sight of it and will ask, why has Adonai done this to the land and to this house? Well, the answer will be, it's because they abandoned Adonai their God, who brought their ancestors out of the land of Egypt, and took hold of other gods, worshipping and serving them. This is why Adonai brought all these calamities on them. At the end of 20 years, during which time Shlomo had built the 2 buildings, the house of Adonai and the royal palace, King Shlomo gave Hiram 20 cities in the land of Galil, Recall that Hiram, the king of Tor, had supplied Shlomo with cedar and cypress logs and with all the gold Shlomo wanted. Hiram came over from Tor to see the cities Shlomo had given him. He was not satisfied with them. He said, "What kind of cities are these which you've given me and my brother?" So they have been called the land of Kabul, good for nothing till this day. Hiram had sent the king 4 tons of gold. Following is the account of the forced labor levied by King Shlomo for building the house of Adonai, his own palace, the Milo, the wall of Jerusalem, and the cities of Hatzor, Megiddo, and Gezer. Pharaoh, king of Egypt, had gone up, taken Gezer, burned it to the ground, and killed the Canaanite? Maybe.
Canaanite?
No, it's
So we'll probably get a few words wrong here.
living in the city. Then he had given it as a dowry for his daughter, Shlomo's wife. So Shlomo rebuilt Gezer. He also built Lower Beit Horon, Baalat, and Tadmor in the desert in the land, as well as the cities that Shlomo had for storing supplies. The cities for his chariots, the cities for his horsemen, and the other buildings Shlomo wanted to build himself in Jerusalem, in the Lebanon, and throughout the land he ruled. All the people still left from Amori, Hittite, Perizi, Hivite, and Yebusi, who were not part of the people of Israel. That is, their descendants remaining after them in the land, whom the people of Israel were not able to destroy completely. From them Shlomo levied his forced labors, as it is to this day. But Shlomo did not raise any of his forced labor from the people of Israel. Rather, they were the soldiers, his servants, administrators, and commanders, and the officials in charge of his chariots and horsemen. There were 550 chief officers over Shlomo's work in charge of the workers. Pharaoh's daughter came up from the city of David to her house, which Shlomo had built for her. After that, he built Milo. 3 times a year, Shlomo offered burnt offerings and peace offerings on the altar which he had built for Adonai, offering incense with him on the altar before Adonai. So he finished his house. King Shlomo built a fleet of ships in Etzion Geber by Elat on the shore of the sea of Suf in the land of Edom. Hiram sent some of his own servants, experienced sailors who understood the sea, to serve with Shlomo's servants. They went to Ophir and took from there gold, 14 tons of it, which they brought back to King Shlomo.
Ooh,
You know what's crazy in that?
Huh.
It says like the land of Kabul
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, Dad, see this?
was worthless.
See this broken spear right here? The speaker right there? It's Kabul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kabul is like down by like Ava,
Oh, is there
Kabul, Missouri. Yeah.
That's
Oh.
weird.
That's where that family lived.
It's funny because they
For a
talk
while.
about Lebanon in this
I
also.
don't know which family you're referring to.
The Musabs.
Oh,
Muslims.
okay. Oh,
They
that's
lived
right.
in
No,
there,
no.
they do
But
that.
that's CAB. Well, I mean, it could be. Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
right.
With all the translations, I just thought that was interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We
that
traveled
was
through
just-
that to get to Hebrew Fest. Kabul. Oh, that's weird. Yeah. And you were just saying how, like, Hiram said, oh, this land's good for nothing. And, like, coming into Missouri is, like, it's,
Everyone
like,
complains about how
Yeah.
hard it is here.
just the,
Yeah.
like, literally the land. Like,
The
it's
bugs,
rock.
The rock.
It's, like, yeah,
The
it's a
hills.
difficult.
Don't even get me started on the mosquitoes and ticks. Those are awful. I
Yeah,
hate
it's
them.
just
I hate
it's a
them. I hate
challenging. It is a challenging land. It is
them. Really?
lush and like
Yeah. So there's a lot to uncover on this because
Soft
that
as
was
lush.
that was a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you didn't hear anything, don't worry because there will be a lot of stuff right here clarifying, show what's going on. So this took place. Tom Bradford claims this took place 13 plus years after the temple dedication because he built a lot of other things in the other chapters. So 13 plus years. That's how long he waited. God waited to answer. That's how long Solomon waited for an answer. Mom, can I have tech? 13 years later. I'll think about it.
That'd be difficult.
Yeah, it would. Okay.
It's a good
Okay.
example.
So, basically, God appears to Solomon a second time. Reminder, first time, God gave Solomon wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
So God reminded Solomon on dedication because Solomon was so caught up. I mean, so like taking care of the kingdom. I mean, kind of like what happened to David.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So God's trying to remind him. So God gives Solomon 4 conditions that if he wants all of his prayer from last chapter to happen. And it was a lot of a lot of things that Solomon asked, but basically what he meant was, please help my kingdom thrive.
Right, and he said, like, if you don't... Well, what were the 4 things? Because I definitely saw,
4 conditions, if you keep his mitzvah, his commandments.
It's like, if you turn away from me, you or your children, and don't observe my mitzvah.
Or worship other gods, right?
Not to worship other gods.
Yeah.
Is that, like... I guess I lumped that into one.
So,
is there a direct 4 that was listed somewhere? Like...
Yeah, there were. I mean, if you want to get in bigger depth on that, you can read the chapter for yourself. It's pretty easy.
We just did.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's 4 conditions, just like basically all in one. Keep everything God. Like
Keep the Torah.
Keep the Torah. Yeah.
Keep the mitzvah.
A lot of things that some of us have a hard time with today.
Yeah.
I mean, like Christians. So, and also,
I mean, everybody has a
struggles
heart.
with
Yes.
after God
Even
says,
while we were observing, we struggle too.
I mean, I don't really mind pork. I mean, I don't really mind not eating pork. Well, I mean, because I've never ate it, but
Oh.
well, I mean, I have accidentally sometimes, but it's nothing big.
I mean, before we were in Torah, we ate a lot. So.
I was 2, Dad. I was 2. How am I supposed to remember that stuff? Dad, like, there's so many times
But
it
I just
happens.
mean, like, it could be a simple. It could be something much more simple than that. Like, you found something at a playground and kept it, where Scripture says that you're supposed to find the person that it belongs to, or maybe
Or
you
turn
broke
the other
something. Well, that's not
Turning the other cheek's hard.
Well, that's not
You
in
just
Torah.
smile at him and you turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
But like also, it says something like if you break something of somebody else's, you paid it back plus 5%.
Yeah.
And there's probably times that you've like failed to do that. So it's just little things like, it's just to be clear, like we're human, and while our heart is to keep the feasts and the commandments and use that as a ruling guideline for our life, like we still fall short as well.
Mm-hmm. So right after that, God, what can be just said like as a reminder, but God is giving Solomon this is one of your final warnings. The final warning that God does give him. Like, if you don't do any of this and you do fall into idolatry, idolatry is supposedly unforgivable sin, but it's a little mixed of a way that's said. Because I mean, there's a lot of people that are the Israelites are forgiven over that.
Yeah, I don't think it says that in Scripture. It doesn't say that idolatry is unforgiven. No, it says that blasphemy of the Holy Spirit is
blasphemy of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
I think that's the only one that says it's unforgiven.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, a little bit different. I feel like idolatry is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit.
I could see how you could conflate the two.
Okay, anyway. So this is a warning. What is 2 basic things that God is saying that he will do. He will abandon the temple and eject Israel from the promised land. Right? So 2 things he's saying. So now we're getting to Hiram. Note that he was the one who basically funded the entire temple.
Yep.
This isn't just a St. Jude's fundraiser lemonade stand. This is like this was like millions, like even like billions of dollars going into this temple.
Okay.
This was an insane temple. They actually have recovered some of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It'd be a fun History Channel watch.
Yeah, I really want to make a documentary on Israel, where we get like a lot of experts, Nehemiah Gordon, Tom Bradford, and they're touring around Israel.
What's the guy?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know.
His son is part of that Temple Institute, and he
where they go and they find like the Rock of Meribah. And,
but he has like documentaries and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, those would be fun to watch. We should look them up.
Yeah.
Rickman?
Rabbi Rickman? Yeah, that
Richmond?
guy.
Rabbi Richmond?
From no, maybe
His son.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the guy?
I thought it was Tim Long's son.
I don't know. We can look it up.
Okay. So, the problem is, the promised land, although it is a promised land, it doesn't have any valuable resources. Nothing. Not even any valuable animals, And all of Solomon's wealth is coming from foreign nations, what I thought was really weird. So, it all comes from pagan nations, which is pretty dangerous. And because the Promised Land has nothing valued. So, but Hiram funded this entire temple, like I said earlier, and now it was time for Solomon to pay the piper. But what else could he do to give Hiram some land.
Mm-hmm.
Some worthless land. I call it Kabul. And so 4 tons of gold. I don't know. That's like at least $1 million in today's money.
4 tons of gold. I mean, that's so many. That's so much.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Oh yeah, we should look it up. Look it up very quick.
Let's keep going while he looks it up.
So, his expectations were obviously unmet.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we're wondering how Solomon slaved so many people, taxes were
How many tons?
4.
It's so much money. What do you think it is?
$253 million.
I was saying something with cow like 3 tons. I was trying to think like a cow of gold.
465 million.
Holy moly!
Wow.
So it's like half a billion.
Poor Solomon, man.
That's a lot of money. I mean, think back then though too. Like
1 ton is worth about 77 million.
Holy wow. Yeah. Solomon's getting himself into so much debt. Poor guy.
Do it, Solomon.
Do it, Solomon. I don't know, probably not that many of you get
on your birthday. Or all the time.
No, I'm talking about
on Sukkot.
what Chit said.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I was backing you up there. I got you.
Okay, so taxes were forced labor. I might have already said this in it, but taxes were forced labor in his time. So Milo, maybe some of you were confused when he said Solomon made a Milo. It's an earthen rampart. So it's a wall filled with rubber and soil, originally built by David, and Solomon strengthened it. It was designed to meet the city of David to the Temple Mount.
It was just a wall?
No, kind of like a bridge, basically. Just like a huge...
Because I was thinking that sounds like one of those earthship homes where they use like bottles and like tires.
You know what I mean, though? It's like a huge wall that goes down because there's like a huge like gap, a canyon, so they cover it with a... I don't know. You'd have to look at a picture of it.
So you needed to build a wall.
We need to...
So it sounds like it's a bridge.
Yeah. Basically a bridge, kind of. So 3 times a year was of meaning of... It intends to... Because the number 3 that Solomon was doing, sacrificing 3 times a year to the Lord, offering sacrifices. They were the 3 main feasts: Matzah, Passover, Shavuot, and Sukkot. So, Solomon, but the problem here, does anyone see? This is a Torah Observer podcast. This is the Torah Observer podcasters. No. The problem, does anybody notice the problem first? Does anybody? Why do you silent laugh all the time like that? Like he's laughing the whole time. Like you don't hear it. You don't hear it. You don't. Why are you doing that?
You have to laugh out loud in the
Okay.
All right.
So.
Back to it then.
Does anybody see the problem with Solomon like here? Anybody? Any guesses of the sacrificing?
I mean, are they the sanctified times that Yah specified for sacrifices?
Yes.
Oh, then he's also not a Leviticus priest?
No. Yes! He's not. Sacrificing was only for the high priests. Yeah. And he was.
I said that earlier. I was like, he's trying to take the role of the Levitical priesthood.
He is. It's a problem.
Can't do that.
Come on, Solomon.
Rude.
Dude.
All he wants is to give a little sacrifice.
Yeah.
He's trying.
He's trying. Okay, everybody, anything.
So wait, first of all, you didn't go over the number of concubines and wives that you had.
Because that's not this chapter.
It's kind of like how David.
Any last words before we dive
that,
into what?
Temple, you know?
What?
It's kind of like how David wanted to make the temple really bad, right?
Oh, yeah, I was in that podcast with you, right?
Solomon, really wants to do these other things. So they're just...
Because David wanted to make the temple, but he shedded too much blood in war and stuff.
All right, 10.
Okay, so everybody ready for 10?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Any last words? Okay, chapter 10.
Okay, chapter 10. When the queen of Sheva heard what was being said about Shlomo because of the name of Adonai, she came to test him with difficult questions. She arrived in Jerusalem accompanied by a very great retinue, including camels bearing spices, and gold in great abundance and precious stones. When she appeared before Shlomo, she spoke with him about everything on her heart, and Shlomo answered all her questions. Nothing was hidden from the king that he could not explain to her. After the queen of Sheva had seen all Shlomo's wisdom, the palace he had built, the food at his table, the manner of seating his officials, the manner in which his staff served him, how they were dressed, his personal servants, and his burnt offerings which he offered in the house of Adonai, it left her breathless. She said to the king, "What I heard in my own country about your deeds and your wisdom is true, but I couldn't believe the report until I came and saw for myself. Actually, they didn't tell me even half of it. Your wisdom and prosperity surpassed the reports I heard. How happy your people must be, how happy these servants of yours who are always here attending you and get to hear your wisdom. Blessed be Adonai your God, who took pleasure in you to put you on the throne of Israel. Because of Adonai's eternal love for Israel, he's made you king to administer judgment and justice fairly." Then she gave the king 4 tons of gold, a huge amount of spices, and precious stones. Never again did there arrive such an abundance of spices as those the queen of Sheva gave to King Shlomo. Hiram's fleet, which had brought gold from Ophir, now brought in from Ophir a large quantity of sandalwood and precious stones. The king used the sandalwood to make columns for the house of Adonai and for the royal palace, and also lyres and lutes for the singers. No sandalwood like it has come or been seen to this day. King Shlomo gave the queen of Sheva everything she wanted, whatever she asked, in addition to the presents he gave her on his own initiative. After this, she returned and went back to her own country, she and her servants. The weight of the gold Shlomo received annually came to 22 tons of gold.
What?
Look at this.
What are they buying with
Look
that?
at this translation.
Okay, yeah, I was actually had that in the notes.
The weight of gold that Solomon received yearly was 666 talents.
The talons are a different type of gold. I have that in the notes, and we can talk about that later. I'm just gonna.
All right.
It's pretty crazy.
And what did we say? It was like 77 million a ton.
77 million a ton. What were they buying with this?
So I think they weren't buying it; they were using it, because we're going to read that here in a second. So,
yeah.
Besides that which came from sales taxes, custom duties, and assessments collected by all the kings of the mixed peoples and by the district governors, King Shlomo made 200 large shields of hammered gold. 15 pounds of gold went into one shield. He made 300 more shields of hammered gold, with 3 3/4 pounds going into one shield. The king put these in the house of the Lebanon forest. The king also made a large throne of ivory and overlaid it with the finest gold. The throne had 6 steps, a back with a rounded top, arms on either side of the seat, 2 lions standing besides the arms, and 12 more lions standing on each side of the 6 steps. Nothing like it. Nothing like it had ever been made in any kingdom. All King Shlomo's drinking vessels were of gold, and all the utensils in the house of the Lebanon forest were of pure gold. None was of silver, for in Shlomo's time it was regarded as having little value. The king had a fleet of large Tarshish ships, along with Hiram's fleet. Once every 3 years, the Tarshish fleet came in, bringing gold, silver, ivory, apes, and peacocks. So
mine says apes and baboons.
Oh, wow.
That's a big difference.
It is. So King Shlomo surpassed all the kings on earth in both wealth and wisdom. All the earth sought to have an audience with Shlomo in order to hear his wisdom, which God had put in his heart. Each one brought his present, articles of silver, articles of gold, clothing, armor, spices, horses, and mules, and this continued year after year. Shlomo amassed chariots and horsemen. He had 1,400 chariots and 12,000 horsemen. He assigned them to the chariot cities and to the king in Jerusalem. The king made silver in Jerusalem as common as stones, and he made cedars as abundant as sycamore fig trees are in Shephelah. Shlomo's horses had been brought from Egypt and Keva, with the king's agents having bought them from the dealers in Keva at the going price. A chariot from Egypt cost 15 pounds of silver shekels, and a horse 3 3/4 pounds of shekels. All the kings of Hittim and the king of Aram purchased them at these prices through Shlomo's agents.
Wow, that's a interesting chapter.
We still haven't heard about.
Yep, well. Okay, isn't that that's pretty. It's a lot. So
It's a lot of money.
Anything. So what's 770 times 2? That'd be like 1,400.
A lot.
Okay, yeah.
Can we do the math?
Can we get a calculator? Yeah, I need a calculator. Can you get a calculator to
Did
see
you say
how
770 times 2?
Yeah, that's
Can
how
you
much.
just do that?
That's 770 million times 2 is how much money the Queen of
So
Sheba.
listen, that's great.
1,540.
So that's 1,540,000,000.
So here's the thing. That's a lot of gold. That's great. That's
What?
That's very.
Cool.
I'm so jealous of the spices.
Yeah.
Like whenever I read like
spices
this,
that
gold,
like never been never seen again.
You know, like I just that's what I'm like. Could you imagine just like the fragrant spices, the spice markets?
I'd love to go to
like
India and see like.
I always think that
market,
too, or even in Israel,
So,
like I see like boatloads of spices. I don't know, like maybe it's my homemaker side, but like
so it was
that's where my envy lies.
It's better than Azure.
I mean, they're queen spices, so.
No, well, I mean, the Queen of Tom Bradford claims that it was actually Saba, and Sheba was probably a copyist error. This is Tom Bradford's claim, but he says it's actually the Queen of Saba and not the Queen of Sheba.
Interesting.
That's not the Queen of Softa.
Saba and Softa, I mean grandma and grandpa in Hebrew. Sheba or Saba or whatever, they were moon god worshippers. I accidentally wrote moon twice on here.
Moon.
Yeah, moon god.
Mom.
All right.
So
again, more like pagan provision.
Yeah, very, 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 very pagan.
But I mean, like, you know.
Very pagan, very mindful.
But like, okay, mindful.
Very moonful.
Yeah. But like, you know, Yah has always done that though for the Israelites. Think about leaving Egypt and taking all of the idols and things.
Yeah.
You know, with them.
My favorite thing about this podcast is it's fun, but you still get the meat and potatoes of the Bible. That's what I meant.
Good.
Yeah, I'm used to just getting hamburger and French fries.
Yeah. Okay, so riddles were serious back then. They're not like, because now they're things of kid games like,
right.
There was a
circle round.
Yeah, there was a yellow house. Everything was a one-story yellow house. Everything was yellow. The couch was yellow. The carpet was yellow. The walls were yellow. Everything in this house was yellow. Even the sink. What color are the stairs?
You asking me for reals?
Yeah.
Yellow.
Why would there be stairs if it was a one-story house?
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. 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 Well, I mean, because that's what a riddle... What? What's so funny? That's what a riddle...
Your reaction. Yeah. Yeah. Back to it then.
No, but what I'm saying is... The point I'm trying to make is that's like riddles are now considered as kids games.
Yeah.
But before they were serious. Example: Samson. He riddles those the Philistine guys at the wedding.
Yeah.
And he'll owe them 30 outfits.
Right.
And
there are major wagers placed on riddles. Bonus:
Samson went in the Philistine territory, killed 30 people, and gave them their outfits.
Oh.
Anyway. Also, known as a knowledge test back in that time. There was like a lot, like huge, like
people were more smarter back then.
Yeah, yeah, especially. Yeah, now people say they're the slay queen. So.
Now what?
Now people say they're the slay queen.
Slay queen.
Okay, yeah. So. Also, they could determine life or death, like if they can answer the riddle. They get life. If they can't, death.
Yeah.
So, the really sad thing is, belief in God is not the same as trust in God. So, the Queen of Saba, when she left, she saw all these great things that God did.
But she didn't attribute it to God. She attributed it to Solomon.
As we see, belief in God is not the same as trust in God. the Queen of Saba leaves unchanged. I'm just going to pull up a
Well,
James
she does.
2.
She says, because of Adonai's eternal love for Israel, he's made you king.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean...
That she applied those values to her own life.
Yeah, so I'm
That's
just
what
going to
you're saying.
show you James. You don't hear the Bible because I'm doing digital.
I know right where James is.
Oh, yeah, can you get James 2:17 through 19? I'll read it. So, okay, so James 2:17 through 19. Okay, can you read it?
Thus, faith by itself, unaccompanied by actions, is dead. But someone will say that you have faith and I have actions. Show me this faith of yours without the actions, and I will show you my faith by my actions. You believe that God is one? Good for you. The demons believe it too.
Whoa.
The thought makes them shudder with fear.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boom.
Totally.
Good.
So it's
Demons
doesn't
believe
not
it
enough
too.
to believe that Yah is real.
Okay, so in CJB Bible, the one that we're reading, it's a complete Jewish Bible. 22 tons of gold that the Queen of Saba gave. I'm just gonna say Saba gave Solomon, right? 22 tons of gold.
Was it?
I think it was
Yep,
something
it's
like that.
22 tons of gold. Each one's 77 million.
Yeah.
We did the math for that. It was the same amount, like over a billion, like 1.5 billion.
Okay.
Yeah.
And basically, plus the 4 tons of gold that the Queen of Saba gave Solomon in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
24. That's just insane. Anyway, basically, as we were reading in the other Bible,
Yeah, 22.
the one that you were NIV, I think. Right?
NIV, yeah.
Yeah. 666 talents. That is 666 talents equals 22 tons. So 666. Kind of interesting that it's that number.
Right, because a lot of people think that number is like the mark of the beast.
I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, is it?
I
What's your-
studied it out at one time, but I don't recall it enough to
It's
discuss
interesting.
it.
Like, I think it has to do with
Yeah.
some gematria too, doesn't it?
Well, I know my new Wi-Fi password. Nobody's gonna want that.
No.
Nobody's gonna guess that.
Let's
So,
Okay.
Solomon received the most gold anyone did up to his time, but
Probably
he
ever
still wasn't satisfied. Still
Does
wasn't
it say he wasn't satisfied?
He just wanted more and more and more. You see? See everything he's doing? He wants more.
Oh,
He's
okay.
becoming a slave. He's becoming a slave to 2 masters.
Yeah.
Because, like in Matthew, you can't become a slave to 2 masters. But that's what he's becoming.
Yeah, he made.
But he's
like,
leaning more on money.
the money and the gold his
Yeah.
idol.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thing is, I just want to add, before, money had actual value. Now our money's just pieces of paper.
Mm.
It's like,
Yes.
the total value of a dollar bill, I actually saw it as 17 cents. But before, gold was actually money.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did Solomon make all this money besides the Queen of Saba, who probably gave him like 59% of the money that he's had for his whole entire life?
Well, it says that all of the kings were bringing him money, like
Because
everybody.
people
who
would
bought-
pay to see his wisdom. Actually,
Yeah.
there's a book in the Sefer called Wisdom of Solomon. It's
Mhm.
I'm guessing that's what he was talking about. But he also taxed everything that went through his land.
The Proverbs are Solomon as well, aren't they?
Yeah, actually, I'm doing a challenge with my dad.
Aren't they?
50 push-ups and a proverb daily. We're on the 17th day. It's pretty hard, but I mean, it just takes commitment. It's really.
You guys have been very disciplined. I've been very impressed.
Thank you. I mean, I've done
You just did 50 push-ups in
100,
one
200,
sitting, though, like
300,
one laying
400.
down.
We have done 850 push-ups this month. This is July 17th. Yeah, I did. I'm actually. We're really pushing ourselves. It's nice. It's fun. I do take a break on Sabbath and then do 100 the next day. Okay, so he taxed literally everything, and his palace supposedly was even crazier than the temple, just to stun his visitors, because he wanted to be the envy of the world.
Mm.
And Israel was the envy of the world currently. Not for a long time. It was literally their golden age.
Right, and that's what y'all promised,
Really
that he
image.
would make them that very thing.
And he even had a pair of lions on each 6 steps of his throne.
They got a gold.
There's like golden lions.
Golden.
Okay. So yeah. So people all around paid millions. Solomon married Pharaoh's daughter.
That's next.
Yeah. No, he already had Pharaoh's daughter.
Oh.
But the reason he married Pharaoh's daughter is so he could get a mass buy of horses, because Egypt is carried all the horses, so that's why he has. Yeah. Solomon was possibly the most powerful in all nations. But it didn't
Pride
last.
goes before a fall.
Yep, pride goes before a fall. But it didn't last long. Okay. So we are going to finally reveal. We're going to leave this off. We are finally going to reveal the number of concubines and wives that Solomon had.
Finally!
We've been waiting for this for the whole entire series. And the moment has came.
Drum roll.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. That's it.
Thanks
For
listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep. Tomorrow,
Finally.
next time will be the final.
The final.
Didn't quite make it.
Yep, we didn't quite make it. We'll do a final chapter next time. 11. Chapter 11, where we finally reveal the number of wives and concubines that.
Finally.
I like how anybody could have looked it up at this point.
Yeah. Why did you
We're just
say
waiting
that?
on you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, don't suggest that.
Yeah. So.
That's like an AI description.
Okay, thank you so much, everybody. We could not succeed without every single person that's listening. We owe you our thanks. Thanks for tuning in. That's it for today's episode. See you until next time. We're finally. Okay, bye.
Subscribe, comment.
Yeah, please subscribe and comment. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to today's episode. We owe you our forever thanks. Praise God. Thank you, everybody, for who's tuned into this. And I'm really thankful. Next time, we will finally know. Yeah, this is a pretty fun episode. But next is the final part. Yep, chapter 11. Gonna be great. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This has been part 6 of King Solomon. The Bible did not lie. Okay. Finally.
That was
Should we